Oh, it's way more serious than because you could die. Taxi, he looks at me and he's like, oh, can you? And they look at you like, oh no, you can't come in here. But if I had to choose, I'll take the in Korea. This might be my last day. My name is Jason, also known as Pinnacle. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, United States of America.
Cincinnati!
Do you know Talib?
Man, what?
Crack to her own out the back of her home. She smelled
I love, how you know
I
Talib?
I love Black Star and Reflection
What?
Eternal.
I'm out.
DJ High Tech.
You are blowing my mind right now. You know High Tech, you know Black Star? That's crazy.
Ruckus Racket.
Yeah.
Willis Lounge.
What? Yo,
Yeah,
get out.
sound banning.
That is nuts. How do you know that? Hey, who do you like better, Mos Def or Talib Kweli?
This is my question.
My bad.
한국에 온 지는 얼마나 되셨나요?
사실은 한국에 2번 2008년, 15년.
한국에 그러면 인종차별 같은 걸 많이 느꼈어요?
Everyday activities. 택시 찾아가고 있는데 그 택시 드라이버는 그 slow down 하면 저는 he looks at me and he's like, oh. It just keeps going. Like, oh man, I need to get to this place. And I go to somebody and say, oh, can you? And they look at you like, you know what I mean? If I'm hanging out with my friends and I go to a club and I hear hip hop music coming out, I'm like, oh, they playing hip hop. Let's go inside. And they stop you at the door. Oh no, you can't come in here because you're foreign. That's crazy to me. Even in Itaewon, that happens.
코리아하고 미국하고 어디가 더 심한 것 같아요?
Oh, it's way more serious in America because you could die. Racism is never good. But if I had to choose, I'll take the racism in Korea because at least I'm not going to die. Everybody got guns. The police kill you. There are many black people that have this experience where you get pulled over and you're like, this might be my last day. That's for real.
만약에 나였다면 진짜 화가, 앵거가 되게 많을 것 같아, 앵거가.
Yeah, you're right. It does make you angry and it's hard to hold it in sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I think black people have a beautiful culture, but there's also negative things in our culture that we do that's self-destructive. Part of the reason we do self-destructive things is because a lot of us are really angry. And the reason that we're angry is because we've had to deal with all this racial unfairness and injustice for all of our lives. It makes you angry. 저는 흑인 사람이니까 my whole life.
In America too?
Yeah, of course. So for me, it's just regular. It still doesn't feel good, but you kind of get numb to it. Regardless of how angry you are, have to learn self-control. You still have to be able to function in this world, and you have to be able to get along with people, and you have to learn how to manage your emotions, right? So that you can become a productive member, because there's people that rely on me. I have family, I got friends, I got staff members. So regardless of how angry you are, we have to continue to find ways to relieve that anger, relieve that stress in healthy ways. Once everybody in the world is totally mixed, we'll be good.
Yeah, right.
한국인과 미국인의 가장 큰 차이점이 뭔지.
그 인간은 진짜 비슷해요. The mindset of Korean people is different than the mindset of American people, but you still have the same structure. Many stupid people, some okay people, and a few really good people. So we have a similar mentality, but there are differences. But you have to look at the history between the Western world and Asia. Granted, there were kings and queens, but it was empires.
Yeah, right.
It was dictators. You can voice your opinion. You do what I say or you die. The middle of them bringing slaves to America and taking other people and saying that you will work for us for free. At the same time, they're like, oh, but England is trying to oppress us, so we're going to fight against them, right? The hypocrisy is amazing. However, that's the root of our culture, to voice what we don't like. We don't want you to oppress us, so we're going to fight against you. And that's why so many Americans have guns, because at the time there was no army. All we had was a militia. So all the citizens, you have the right to carry guns. That's our culture. That's why we think the way we do. When something happens that we don't like, or when we feel that someone is trying to press us down or hurt us, it's our instinct to stand up, especially black people. We stand up and be like, nah, I'm not going to take this. Your culture, your
Always
history.
obey.
Always obey.
There's no revolution.
Because if you don't, you die. And that's all of our human history is all about survival. We just survive in different ways. I don't like people that are very closed-minded. When people think that other people are wrong just because they're different. Just because you're different and you have a different opinion or a different perspective doesn't mean you're wrong. Actually, I can disagree with you and still learn from you. 내가 가면 죽을 거야? This is the thing that's the craziest to me, that people always want to say the N-word to me. Let me give you the history about it. Let me give you the history in the word. First of all, I'm going to say the word because I want you to know what it is. As you know, in America, many black people came to America through the process of slavery. In many other European languages, negra, it means black. So that word developed into nigger. And it doesn't, at that point, it didn't mean black, it meant less than human, right? If you ever seen slave narratives that would talk about their experience, they would tell you that I got called nigger so much that I thought it was my name. When you think that this is your name, you start to call your brothers and sisters the same name. So black people start calling other black people nigger because that's what we heard so much. When you create music or you create art, you have to create your experience and you put that in the art. So that's what we did. We put the N-word in our music because that's what we knew.
Straight out of Compton, another crazy ass nigga.
But we also knew that this is a negative word and not everybody can say this to us. The problem is, even though we know the history of this word, as black people, we keep saying it. Personally, I think it's better to not say it, but that's not realistic. Black culture has spread all over the world, and now everybody tries to talk like us, they try to dress like us, they try to make music like us.
I'm a rap star. I'm a rap star.
And it's okay. There's no problem if you want to copy some of the things we do, but you can't do everything that we do. So when you say a word that has a painful history, you can't say that word to the people who was oppressed by that word. And it's not even Korean people. Usually it's Korean Americans. They feel like, oh, I grew up around black people. I love hip hop. I'm going to just say the N-word because I think it's cool. And that's a huge problem because I know they wouldn't do that back home in America, you know, not around people that they don't know.
Dial 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed.
One of my Korean, not 교포 아니라 그 진짜 한국 사람 친구 will say it to me, what's up, my nigga, right? But I know he doesn't know what it means. So when that happens, I don't even get mad. I'm just like, I know you don't know what you're saying. You're just copying from what you heard somewhere else. So I have to explain it to him. But after I explain it, don't say it again.
Yeah, right.
You got it?